Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Taking a look at some exciting announcements from Kaustic Plastik coming in 2025. We have The Mummy, Frankenstein's Monster, and Bride of Frankenstein, and a few other announcements we're going to cover in this video as well, so stick around for those. SD Toys merchandising and Kaustic Plastik Infinite Statue working together. Universal Monsters officially licensed. As soon as I saw this image, the first thing I thought was Wolfman. That's the thing that I have my fingers crossed for, and I have a pretty strong feeling that that will become a reality. The thought of Kaustic Plastik making a Wolfman figure just gets me really excited, and equally excited though for Frankenstein's monster here in the middle, because I mean, based on what we've seen from this company so far, who better to make high-end horror collectibles in 1/6 scale and quarter scale statues? We're going to take a look at the Nosferatu statue in a minute that is coming out in the future. The Mummy, that's going to be interesting. Now I'm assuming that there's going to be 1/6 scale figures of these characters as well as maybe bigger statues. I can imagine that for the Mummy, and for Frankenstein I think they translate to statues very well, but I would love to see Frankenstein's monster in particular in figure form with just the different materials. I mean, I can kind of imagine on the figure using like real hair for Frankenstein's monster at the top there rather than sculpting it. I think it would just look better with real hair, and there's not much, so it should be quite doable. The detail of the sculpt on Frankenstein's skin looks amazing. Bride of Frankenstein would be the first female figure we're getting from Kaustic Plastik, and that would be really exciting to see how they, handle that. Yeah, the Mummy, and just the Wolfman. I just keep thinking how cool that would be. Oh man, I'm a massive werewolf fan, and it's just something I really would like for the collection. But out of these three, Frankenstein's monster would be the big one I would be really excited for. And then, yeah, we'll just see what else was. Oh well, there's another horror character that was announced. He's coming up later in this video. But it's not all horror, which is great. We've got something from the 80s, my childhood. A martial arts film starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, and we'll be getting a look at a picture of that in a sec. But yeah, just nice teaser here, because you can't quite tell if these are statues or figures in these images, but I'm pretty sure we'll probably get both eventually. And Universal Monsters is where that's the original, man. That's where it all began. Based on, the Nosferatu figure we've seen from Kaustic Plastik, Bela Lugosi Dracula, the Christopher Lee Dracula. They know what they're doing when it comes to treating these classic horror icon creatures and monsters and nightmarish creatures, just bringing them to life in 1/6 scale. And the innovations with the wrists, so that they're seamless and you don't see any wrist pegs anymore. Just beautiful thought put into everything. Now, Kaustic Plastik will be at the San Diego Comic-Con this year on July 25th to 28th at booth 321. Man, I wish I could go to that. I've never been to any of the American Comic-Cons, but I can imagine they are just some next level stuff. But you'll be able to see a lot of new announcements actually in person, including the Van Damme Bloodsport figure. Or statue, I'm not sure. Probably doing both. I did realize that if you turn the brightness up, when I put this image into my laptop to edit this video, I turned the brightness up and you actually get a really good look at what this is. But I didn't ask permission to do that, so I'm not gonna. It's supposed to be like a worldwide premiere at booth 321 at Comic-Con, so that's where it's supposed to be seen for the first time, so I'm not going to be cheeky and turn the brightness up, but you can get a pretty decent look at it if you turn the brightness up on the image, and it looks amazing. So I'm not sure if this is a figure or a statue, but I know we are getting a 1/6 scale Bloodsport figure from Kaustic Plastik, so I am very, very excited for that. Massive Van Damme fan in the 80s. Because of this movie, I taught myself to do the box splits. I just used to sit on the floor when I was 8 or 9 years old and just keep doing it every day until I was finally able to do the same kind of splits as Van Damme. I was able to kick silly high in the air and just do all kinds of crazy stuff, but he was a massive inspiration to me back when I was a kid in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Bloodsport is, man, maybe the best. I love Kickboxer as well. Cyborg was pretty cool. And then Lionheart or AWOL, or there's a bunch of different names for that film. Anyway, very excited about the Van Damme Bloodsport stuff. Look out for that at Comic-Con. And Re-Animator with Herbert West. That's it. It's been a while since I've seen Re-Animator, but it's a very unique film, taking inspiration from Frankenstein, and just very unpredictable. Kaustic Plastik, you gotta respect it, man. Just who the hell would have thought we'd be seeing this image right here as an announcement for a line of figures and statues? It says 1/6 scale luxury action figures, and they mean that when they say luxury. From everything I've seen, it is luxury high-end stuff, and resin statues as well. They'll probably give us that image that we just saw there with the head in the dish, and you'll be able to do all that with the figure. It's going to be amazing. And London After Midnight is another figure that's coming from Kaustic Plastik. That's going to be at booth 321 Worldwide Premiere Comic-Con San Diego this year, 2024. That looks creepy. Look at his wrist. See, that's what I'm talking about. Just, ugh. The hair, he got real hair on this one. He looks creepy. I haven't seen this, so I need to do some research on London After Midnight. It looks cool. You know, little lantern there. The hat looks cool. Clothing looks cool. That looks like a pretty creepy presence from the Cheney Entertainment. So official, yeah. I mean, that frees up Wolfman and a whole bunch of stuff. They've got the rights or the license to do Lon Chaney figures, movies. It's going to be exciting times, and it's still early days for Kaustic Plastik. It's only been a handful of years since they first started bashing stuff out, and everything they've done so far, I still honestly, hand on heart, right now think they are the best figure company in the world. Anyone who's got any of their stuff just feels the difference when it's in hand. This is the 1/4 scale Nosferatu statue. The base looks amazing. Here's all the dimensions and measurements and stuff, but the figure in 1/6 scale is one of my favourite figures in my collection. It was the best figure that year when it came out. And this statue looks perfect also. Clothing, it's just going to be bigger and even higher quality feeling. Look at the detail of his hands, the nails, this coloration around the knuckles, the finger joints. Look at his eyes, man. He looks like he looks like what he is. He looks, I can't describe it. A rat, a bat, a person, the eyes, the teeth, it's just perfect. It looks incredible. So that's just some of the cool announcements from Kaustic Plastik, folks. Keep an eye out for all the true unveilings at the Comic-Con event, and I'll see you back on the channel soon. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Drop a like on the video for me, and check out Kaustic Plastik on Instagram. See you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.